Hello, my name is Kyle Reeves. It is November 2nd, 2022, and we are in Belchase, Louisiana with John Calhoun, who was born on October 23rd, 1982. And he served in the Coast Guard as an E6, and he had two tours in Corpus Christi, Texas, one tour in New Orleans, Louisiana, and one tour in Elizabeth City, North Carolina in his 20 years of service. He was a rescue swimmer in his time in the Coast Guard. So let's just start off with jogging your memory. Were you drafted or were you enlisted?
I was enlisted.
And where were you living at the time when you were enlisted?
Houston, Texas.
And why did you join the Coast Guard?
I joined the Coast Guard because I'd always wanted to be in the military, and I was fresh out of high school, and I needed money to be able to support my family.
Absolutely. Why did you pick the branch that you did?
It's actually a funny story. I actually went down to join the Marine Corps, and when I got there, the Marines weren't in the office, and this Coast Guard guy was hanging out in the hallway, and he said, "Hey, why don't you come in here and talk to me?" And one thing led to another, and I went in and joined the Coast Guard.
Obviously, as being a rescue swimmer, there's a lot of experiences that you have been through in your 20 years. To start with, which hurricanes did you participate in rescue?
So I was in New Orleans, Louisiana, 3 days after Hurricane Katrina. I was in Corpus Christi, Texas for Hurricane Ike. I was in Elizabeth City, North Carolina for Superstorm Sandy. And I was also in New Orleans, Louisiana for Hurricane Harvey.
Gotcha. And tell me about some of, how it was to arrive at a place that had been devastated by hurricanes.
So my first experience was actually going to New Orleans for Hurricane Katrina. And when I got there, I realized just how devastating it actually was. The whole city was completely underwater. The day I arrived was the day that the Superdome, they rioted at the Superdome and set the Superdome on fire. The entire city, all the gas mains had erupted and were on fire. And at that point, that's when people, day three is when people really started realizing that nobody was coming to get them except us. So the best way I could describe it is if you ever watch the movie Black Hawk Down and you see the scene where they're burning tires in the streets of Rwanda, that's what it looked like. There were dead bodies in the streets. There were packs of dogs running around, and, it was pretty much complete chaos.